trying to reach agreement on the type or types of contracts that will distribute the risk fairly. That's a little bit in the eye of the beholder, because every party is going to try to put as much risk as possible on the other party. It's just the way the world works. Doesn't make anybody the big guy and the bad guy. So what I'd like to ask, though, is if you take a look at either this list or if you take a look at Part 16, Table of Contents, if you have any questions for me about particular types of contracts, because again, I got to balance it out in the basics course. I'm not going to go into depth on every one. That would take a long time. But I also don't want you to feel as though if you have a question about these contract types, how they operate, what they mean, I'm happy to answer them.
What page is this?
It is a slide number 12-5. And what's the page? 165, did you say?
169.
Okay, thanks, I don't.
So, cost reimbursement and fixed price are, I think if you didn't know better, you'd think those are the only two types. Here, is everything else a modification of these?
No, so what everything is within a broader category. So the way you want to think about it is fixed price is a category that contains firm fixed price with economic price adjustment, fixed price with incentive. So that's why even in the table of contents for Part 16, that's what you'll see, like 16.2 is called fixed price. And then there are a whole bunch under that. So that's a broad category that goes on to contain specific types. And then cost reimbursement is a big old category that has below it cost sharing, cost plus award fee, cost plus fixed fee. So some people will refer to fixed price and cost reimbursement as the families, and then the specific types follow.
And that's it, there are no other types.
Incentive contracts.
Well, it's a little weird the way that 16 is set up, because, well, not weird, but here's the deal. 16.4 is categorized as incentive contract, but there's some overlap there because, like for example, fixed price incentive is covered both under 16.2 and under 16.4. So again, it's just another way to kind of slice and dice it. The two biggies are cost reimbursement and fixed price, but actually there are some that just kind of fall under other. A very widely used one that is neither exactly fixed price nor cost reimbursement is something called time and material contract. And those are set up so that the fixed portion, if you will, would be the hourly labor rates, for example. So we say, okay, we've got these labor categories, these are the hourly labor rates for those categories. What we don't know at the time the contract is entered into is how many hours the government's going to use. Or for the materials, there could be material costs, but we don't know what quantity of materials are going to be used. So those are, sort of under this category of other types. People try to shove them into one or the other, and really they're hybrids. I mean, those are hybrids of fixed price and cost reimbursement.
The first one I ever did was IDIQ.
Okay, and we actually, the next slide is going to deal with that. So, and here's the thing about the FAR, even in Part 16. 16.5 is called indefinite delivery contracts, but it's not a pricing type in the same way that fixed price and cost reimbursement are. What you'll see as we move forward onto the next slide is that any of these types of contracts, whether they're fixed price, cost reimbursement, incentive fee, can be set up using an indefinite delivery contract as an ordering mechanism. So it is within the part of the FAR that says types of contracts. It really goes more to the way that the parties operate in placing and fulfilling orders. Does anybody in here, have any of you worked with, for example, economic price adjustments in your contracts? Anybody that's worked with incentive contracts? Has it mostly been firm fixed price? That's the most preferred by the government, but that certainly there are others.
I would never know.
You would know. Right, well, now that you all are here, I'm going to show you something that I kind of rudely took from the other room because I wanted to show you all. You've been asking about the master certificate. So this is the master certificate, and this particular person is going to receive hers in project management. But this is what it looks like.
Oh,
and
nice.
the signature is the Dean of the Business School from George Washington University, certifies that put your name here is awarded the master's certificate in, and and then for this group of classes, it would be contract management. So, like I said,
Does the associate look similar to that?
No.
No, okay.
no, the associate does not. Associate's nice.